Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy I. When last we left off, we were standing at the entrance to a cave, a hole into the depths of the earth. Or maybe it goes up, I'm not sure. It doesn't matter. We're standing in front of the maw of the mountains in front of us, and I'm at a blank. I'm not in a descriptively creative mindset. I'm kind of drained from that. After writing like an 8-page primer for my players about my homebrew world, because they wanted it. Oh, this theme. Love this theme. Also, Ice Cavern. Yay, it's going to be fucking cold. I can't say much. I love the cold. It doesn't really get cold where I live, but I still love it. It's just so nice. Being cold, not being sweaty like it is, not being hot and, making people sweaty like it is most of the year. Hell, I think the high today was in the 50s or something, and it's, what is today? The 2nd of February? Yeah, today's February the 2nd, and maybe we didn't really have much of a winter. I think there was most of a week where it was in the 30s, and I think it might have dipped below freezing 1 or 2 nights, and that's it. I don't remember my way around this place. Christ. That's not good. This was a maze dungeon, although not as bad as the water aqua shrine. No. Whatever the hell the water dungeon's called. The sunken something? Yeah, I don't remember. It's not going to be as bad as that, thankfully. And I'm going to use a map for the water dungeon almost certainly, because the water dungeon sucks. But that's for later. We're not going to have to deal with that for another, let me think, 1 or 2 dungeons. I don't think it's the next dungeon, but maybe 2 after that, maybe. And I'm going to continue a conversation that I was having with myself at the end of last episode. What are your nostalgic games? And it doesn't have to be games that you played as a kid or anything like that. It's just things that, for you, invoke that feeling of nostalgia, that tinge, or the pangs of the tinge of memory, the callings of a simpler time, just back to childhood, either real or imagined. It doesn't have to be things that, you experienced. I didn't grow up in the 80s. Ooh, fucking Mind Flayers, hell yeah. I was not born in the 80s, not even really close, either. Let me do a quick bit of math. I think that's probably not good. I forgot to read what that move was. I think I was born closer to 1980s than I was. No, actually, I was born closer to 1990. I don't want to just hit one enemy with the. Fuck it. Fuck it. Oh dear. What a waste of time. What a waste of MP. Burn. Tentacle fuck. I love Mind Flayers. They're one of my favorite D&D enemies. By far. By absolute far. Love Mind Flayers. What for you, what's nostalgic? I mentioned Spyro. I'm also nostalgic for computer games that demonstrate the feelings of the early. There's a fucking lot of Mind Flayers in this place. Christ. This feelings of the early 90s computing. I don't have any nostalgia for that. Not real nostalgia. I didn't experience the let's just burn them swarm. I didn't experience the early 90s. I experienced some early 90s tech. Of course. Especially when you're, like me and like to poke around at old tech. But Ooh, a door. I didn't live it. I didn't. But I'm still nostalgic for it, because, I don't know, it makes me think of the simpler times. Not even simpler, I guess. Simpler for me. It makes me think of my childhood, or memories of childhood, or a time long ago that's different from what I experienced, and I want to, and it's nice. So I have a lot of nostalgia for both the games that I grew up with. That's right, it's this dungeon. I was not paying attention there. This is going to suck. This is going to suck. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Oh, dear. Yeah, anyway. I just remembered this dungeon, why I didn't like this dungeon. And I've completely ruined all other trains of thought that I have. That's lovely. Man, I'm nostalgic for the games that I grew up with. As well as, that's a spiked path. Let's just not go all spiked paths. Let's go to the right, I guess. Or Mind Flare. I'm nostalgic for the games that I grew up with. PS2 stuff and PS1 mostly. I think I had a Genesis growing up as well, although I think it was my father. Well, technically PS1 was my dad's too, but I had a PS2 and could play PS1 games on it, so that's good. Not really super nostalgic for Nintendo stuff. I am to some extent the GameCube. I never owned one that worked anyway, but I had a couple of friends that did, and I would, play a couple of games at friends' houses on GameCube. Same thing with Xbox, the original Xbox. My cousin owned an Xbox, and I had a couple of friends that owned an Xbox, and we would play stuff on it. So, some nostalgia for that. But most of my personal gaming experiences, where's the gain level? 28 hit points, 7 MP, agility, 28 hit points is great. Most of my early gaming nostalgia is PS2, and some PS1 games, to a lesser extent. Mostly like Spyro, or Tekken 3, or... ooh, a door. This could be interesting. Oh, it's an encounter. Ooh, white dragons. Like, Voragol. Or other... No, we're good. Other white dragons. Gil something from Campaign 2 Crit Roll. I don't remember the white dragon's name. That's going to do a lot of damage to my party member that I don't want. You're going to kill 2 of my party members. I hate you all. I'm going to do that. No. I'm going to hit you. And I'm going to cast life on you. You're going to kill my white mage. And he leveled up. 7 hit points, strength, agility, intelligence, luck. If only I wasn't trying to be so ballsy or something. I don't actually have an excuse for that other than just I'm not paying attention and I'm mildly drunk. And even mildly drunk isn't, like, a good excuse. I'm not that drunk. I haven't had that much to drink. I've had some to drink. Just not enough to justify my own stupidity like that. That's not it. I mean, I could try. It just... it wouldn't be true. You can be fully healed, sure. A nice fucking day. Happy day, white mage. Ice armor. That's... handy. Armor infused with the power of ice. You're the exact same. Mithril gloves, which I'm pretty sure I already have. Yep. And another encounter with goddamn ice dragons. And there's still 2 of them. Just hit it and burn them, I guess. Burn them alive, burn them all. Continue to annoy me to no end. I mean, they don't have a ton of hit points, is illustrated, but they're still annoying. God, this dungeon sucks. I remember why. Like, Final Fantasy 1 is a very... interesting game. Historically and gameplay-wise. It's not... sure, I'll heal you one more time. Make myself feel better, I guess. It's not the worst game. Actually, it's not a bad game at all. It's just not the best. Go over here. My sense of direction is horrible, by the way. It's not the worst game. It's a fun game. But it can be annoying. Even the more modern versions, saving gain to level, 7 hit points, strength, intelligence, luck, BV gain to level, 3 hit points, 19 MP, hell yeah, intelligence. Let's go right. And this was the wrong way, wasn't it? Something tells me this was the wrong way. I'm gonna use all of my... No, I'm not. You just attack. You! Burn these fucking ghosts. Yeah, God, I have a horrible sense of direction, and it's making things worse, because I have a horrible sense of direction. I have this habit of, any way that I want to go, the direction that I want to go, is always the wrong one. Is this the right way up? This seems promising. An ether, that's actually very nice. And a lone treasure chest here with 10,000 gil and no guards. Let's not tell anybody about that. That's super handy. I'm probably going to end up using that ether, by the way, while I'm in here. In RPGs that I've never played before, I tend to be one of those hoard all the items you can, because what do you get if you need it? But in RPGs I've played before, or if the RPG isn't insanely difficult, I'm just going to use the items, because fuck it, why not? They're there to use. You don't get any benefits from having, 30 super potions or 99 mega elixirs sitting in your inventory. What am I doing? I want to do this. You store 50 MP, that's it? Yeah, it's fucking worthless. Just use it. You don't get any benefit from it. Fuck it, just use it. Just use it. I used to be... Oh. I used to be in the... Oh, an evil eye. You're actually kind of cool looking, actually. I used to be in that camp of, protect everything. Save all your stuff. You gotta hoard everything, because what if you need it? Nah, fuck. But nowadays, I'm much less like that. That was it? That's the defender of this fucking thing? That piss easy boss? We got a love a stone. I'm actually mildly disappointed. That boss sucked. I was kind of expecting some grand challenge or some dumb shit like that. Not, I've had... Those white dragons were tougher than that fucking thing. Christ. And I'm so distracted today. Today's been a very long day. It's been a very long few days, actually. And I guess in a very unrelated to anything I've talked about at this point, I mentioned that I was reading through Fruits of Grisaya the last time I recorded, and I still am. I actually didn't get to play much over the, essentially over the weekend, really. Now I have to remember the way to go. It was, I'm going the right way, right? Right, guys? Right, you... I doubt that. I didn't get to play much over the weekend. Played a decent bit Friday. Finished the common route, at least. I'm on actual person's route. If you're curious, the order that I chose to go through is what I was told was the worst to best routes. Although that's very subjective, of course. And it's Yumiko. This is Yumiko, Sachi, Michiru. No, is it Michiru? I think that's her name. Okay, sweet, we got the items. Now I paid attention. I actually did something correctly for a change, and that interesting. And then, what is it, Ichiru, and then, I actually was told that Amane, that you should do Amane, and then, what's her name? Makina. But I'm not. I'm actually going to do Makina and then Amane. Amane. Whatever her name's pronounced. I don't remember what they are. I'm going off of memory, but I'm pretty sure that they are. I'm bad with names, as it turns out, because like I illustrated, I'm bad with directions. I'm bad with names. It's great fun when you're me and a fucking idiot. So, yay! Oh, right, you're petrified. Nothing I can do about that. You, there's a gold needle, I guess. Yeah, I'm horrible with names. I will eventually remember names, if I deal with them a lot. But it takes a while. I can usually remember if I've interacted with somebody before, either seeing their face or if they have an interesting or weird name or something like that. But, you know, not always. I'm horrible with names. OBS is being weird. Interesting. I'm not sure how long it's been being weird for, but it gives me a notification about things. Oh, that was the exit. Let's see, how long has this part been? Yeah, I've been having issues with OBS. Just not doing things. I don't know. Like resetting settings and not doing things correctly when I want it to. Let's save here. And, you know, I've also had weird issues with its spiking system usage, but that's neither here nor there, I guess. I'm gonna use a... Is it worth going back in there? God, I don't actually know. Is it worth trying to go and get those items? I'm gonna use a tint anyway. And I'm gonna say no, because if I didn't get it, then I don't deserve it. Or something. No. No, I'm not gonna do it. I will say, and I'm going back to the Furuchuku Sai thing, I read that, and I changed Makina with Amane, because I actually don't hate any of the characters. I'm in Yumiko's route currently. I'm gonna do bad end then good end in my personal playthrough first. I think I'm gonna do it in that order. I'm still somewhat undecided, but I'm probably going to do read the good end and then read the bad end and see what it's like. Or gain the level. 7 hit points, agility, stamina, nice. But I might change my mind because I'm bad about that. So who knows? That comment might change next time I talk to you. Next episode, or next time I record anyway. But it's real good. The common route was long, though. It is my understanding that the common route is longer than any of the heroine's routes, which is an interesting choice. Although the common route was really, really good, so if, you know, the individual heroine routes are as good as the common route was, and it's worth it. I'm fine with that. Or if the common route was better than any of the heroine's routes, then it's going to be kind of disappointing, but I doubt that'll be the case. I need to go to the up. Okay. And I can definitely see myself playing that game, or reading it, or whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to say it is, on this channel in the future. It's at least going on the list of visual novels that I want to play, at minimum, along with, I'll actually not mention that, other than the two that I mentioned in my update with Digital Love Story and Like a Hate Story, but it's right here and right there. I will, I'll keep that to myself for now. Ooh, cottage. What all I want to play, because I have some ideas, some I think more interesting than the others. Where do I want to go to get to where I want? I want to go... I want to rest somewhere. because we need a nap, I guess. I guess the closest place is going to be to sail east and then go to whatever this town was called. The cheapest option would be to circumnavigate the fucking world again and then go to Cornelia, because it's cheapest, but I'm lazy, and I'm not that stubborn for money. So I'm just going to come over here and maneuver my way around this little, what is it, archipelago? No, this is a peninsula, isn't it? I think archipelagos are groups of islands, right? Right. Despite my love of history, I'm bad at remembering archaeological I'm just going to shut up now. Let's change the subject completely, because I apparently have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm dumber than I normally am when I'm drinking, and I'm not a very smart person. But alcohol makes me stupid, like stupider, and it's fun. But I don't drink heavily, so I guess there's that. I kind of want to go back to playing Freezer Kasai, but I can't because it's late, and I don't want to play a visual novel this late before bed. I don't want to go to, read. I don't like reading on my own when I'm drinking. I don't mind it for, this, because it helps, liquid courage and all that. Oh god, it hasn't told me where I want to go. I mean, I know where I want to go, but I'm going to go here. But it hasn't told me that I can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go there any fucking way. Because I think I can do that now, right? Right. So let's just, let's go there. But I don't like reading when I drink. I don't read manga when I drink. I don't read visual novels when I drink. I read nothing when I drink. I watch stuff. Usually watch stuff on my phone, YouTube, shit like that. Honestly, I actually spend most nights after I record laying in bed or sitting and watching OSW. So that's a thing. And a horribly boring thing to say, I know, but I like quiet. God, that is the right desert, right? That's the right desert, right? It's been so long since I've played this game and actually, didn't just blitz through it and tried to, well, not blitz through it, but didn't use a guide, or at least a labeled map. So this is a new experience, or not new, but it's an experience I haven't had in quite some time. I don't know about you, when I played a game before, I tend to actually use a guide more often than not, because usually I want to do more things than than I either might remember. There are very few games that I can play without a guide at all, at least RPGs. I mean, I can play most non-RPGs without a guide, that's not an issue. But there are very few few RPGs that I know well enough to play without a guide. The only exception to that is Persona 3, which I don't know very well, but I don't play it with a guide anyway, because, actually, I don't have a good reason. Why don't I play Persona 3 with a guide? I'm not actually sure. I could get, more of the social links that I always end up ignoring or forgetting about. Like, God, what social link is it? The dude in the park. The dude that wants to pin. I always forget about that one. I've never finished it. Never. Even all the times I played that game, New Game Plus, never got that dude's social link. In Persona 3 is the worst one about that, out of the series. In 4, I've not beaten 4. Or I have beaten 4, but only once. I either got to the very, very end and didn't beat it, or I beat it and barely remember, because I was playing through it in a hurry, because it was when Persona 5 was coming out, and I figured that, well, I've had this game for a long time and never beat it, so I'm going to beat it. And I either did, and in a hurry, don't remember, because I suck like that, or I never beat it. So I'm going to have to beat it again, and someday, and then I can, remember. in a way that I can remember. I think I want to go... Oh god, where do I need to go for this? This isn't the right desert, is it? No, you're not the right desert. I want to go to... I think that desert, actually. Because I think this is the... Ah, god. Yeah, this isn't even the right desert. Oh man, it is all falling apart. So I just need to come up here and then sail west. And west we shall go. Persona 4, I don't remember what social links I have and haven't done. When I played that, I did more Persona 4 social links than I did Persona 3 social links in my first playthrough. But that's not saying much. It's not. Genuinely, it's not saying much. Because I didn't really know what I was doing when I played Persona 3 the first time. Because it was the first time I played a Persona game, and I had no idea what to expect or anything like that. The other Persona games, I had at least a bit of an idea, and would try and get a mix of like stats and adventure, or dungeon crawling rather, and you know, all that. But I didn't the first time I played 2-3. Persona 5, I think I did a pretty good job of getting social links. I didn't get all the ones I wanted. I didn't. Because my stats weren't high enough once I realized I was at the point of I need to go and finish social links because it's, you know, fucking late in the game. Oh god, where am I going? What am I doing? Why am I stupid? Oh god, I can't remember what... Hello, welcome to RPGs where I'm fucking lost. I know I could look it up, I can, but I really don't want to. But I will if it's not where I think it is. Again, for the 5th time. Probably actually more than that at this point. I think maybe over here... Yep, this is the RPG experience. Where you're... Well, actually, that's not true, because I know what I want to do, but I don't remember where I want to do it. Which, actually, thinking about it, is pretty much every time I've played Final Fantasy V. Right? I want to go there. That's the desert I want to be in. Final Fantasy V is the game that once I get to a certain point, I remember fucking nothing. And I've only beaten it a couple of times, it's just part of it. But, man, there's this... I do not remember... Oh my, that would be spoilers, so I guess I can't talk about that. There's a certain point in the game where you're not given... It's not like extra freedom that you didn't have before, it's just you're in a place that you haven't visited before. And, yeah, I'm bad at remembering. I'm bad at directions. Obviously. Fucking obviously. Look at me. Look at me. Look at this. Look at what I've done. I spent the last, like, what, 10 minutes? Damn near. No, I don't want to do that. Damn near 10 minutes, if not longer, trying to remember where the fuck the desert that I want to go to is. And I'm sure if I went down to certain places, they'd tell me, yeah, that's the desert. I confuse it with this one, because it's larger, but it's an enclosed desert. This is an enclosed desert, but it's not the enclosed desert that I want. This is the enclosed desert I want. Ryokan Desert. And they put the floater into the ground. They knew the perfect spot to do that too, which is weird. The ground slides open, revealing a pit of darkness, and inside the pit, it's a ship, has propellers. This, my friend, is the first airship, present since Final Fantasy I, unlike a few other staples of the series. They didn't get started until later. But the airship has been with us since the beginning. And it's nice. And Moogles didn't exist, and Moogles and Chocobos didn't come until later. Woo! We obtained the airship. The Moogles didn't come until later, and neither did Chocobos. But airships have been here since the beginning. And Sid didn't show up until later either. Yes, we've got an airship. We can fly, and it's, something. And the shadow is being weird and flickering. That's interesting. But anyway, next time, well, there's a few places that we can fly around to, and, well, no, I'm not going to save over that. Yeah, well, fuck it. There are a few places that we can go, and so I think we're going to look around and explore the world. We're going to see the world, and, well, sometime in the next couple of episodes, we're going to, well, become big boys and girl. We're going to become a big boy, 3 big boys and a big girl, and that'll be fun, because we're going to class change. We're not next episode, but within the next few, and that'll be fun. So, I hope you will all join me, despite my, continuously getting lost and not knowing where to go. In spite of that, I hope you all will join me next time.